Yeah. Ah, check it out. 1965 Plymouth Barracuda up and going again. Had to fight to get it out of that little hole she was in, but she's out and she's free. You can see all the mud and the debris that's still on it. We haven't cleaned it off yet. It's just remnants of us getting it out of there. It basically dug itself out. Everything works, brakes, and everything. It's insane. It literally we fought getting it out, and we got it out. I mean, look at that. Man. But it's free. Yep, freed it from its tomb. 65 Cuda is free from its spot. Little muddy. Oh yeah. But she's free. Slant 6 225, or actually it's the Super 225 as it says on the air cleaner, is free from its muddy prison. And I'm going to have to add some air to the tires and stuff, but it's been sitting for at least 3 years, so for 3 years that's pretty good. Of course we couldn't, the reason why it sat for 3 years, we couldn't figure why it wouldn't get spark. So we figured it out, our dad figured it out, more than me, because we've usually just been kind of gambling over the years. We put various things on it. The ignition system on this thing was points and condenser, and we tried different various points, various distributors over and over. I think we went through 3 or 4 distributors, and they all kept petering out. So now we switched to HEI, pretty much, or electronic, basically, with this little unit right here. So now she's electronic, and we got away from the old coil that's sitting right over in here. If I can zoom in on it, yeah. Looks like looks like our fuel pump also took a dump, so we're trying to run it on the electric fuel pump over here. But yeah, she got out of there. Carburetor's a mixed match of different parts we tried to patch together of eBay and other parts. But we put a new ballast resistor on there. Another, starter, like little solenoid thing right there over there. So we put parts on it over the years trying to figure out why she doesn't have spark, why she won't run. So Dad figured out an idea. He's like, why don't we put a new ignition switch in there, a new key switch. So we put a new key switch in there, and that actually fixed it. So now she wants to start, and she doesn't want to stop. She wants to run now. It's pretty wild, I tell you. But yeah, the old Super 225 Slant 6 looks like she's up and going again. We got it running on some life support because we got some tank issues. But we got a few little things to fix, lights, tank. Might add a little extra wind to the tire, as they say. But look at the spot she got out of, too. Good gosh. I mean, it was rocking back and forth and everything. Brakes working, everything's working. It was insane. Because we gave up on it for like 3 years. Kind of said, yeah, we're done with it. We Dad bought a switch for it, and we put it on there, and surprisingly that thing came to life. So it was a switch the entire time. But look at that, it's been sitting basically in a spot. You can see the tire marks. Wild, man. And we got it out of there. We used the old HD truck to pull a post that was in the way out. You can see the post right over here. It's the hole where the post was at. And that truck right there pretty much pulled it like it was nothing. That post was like it was a tooth or something. Just yanked it out of there. Like yank. And then we basically rocked the old Cuda, and we got her out. Surprisingly. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. The Cuda is free from its holding spot, or its prison. Yeah, freaking muddy too. Oof. Did that come? No, that's a post. It ran over a freaking post. I'm shocked it doesn't have a flat tire. Look at that. It also ran over a post. No wonder it stopped. Good God. Hope it didn't, well, I don't see where it might have punctured a tire. I'm gonna have to check that right rear tire, or the right rear front too. Wow. I just now noticed this, people. She also ran over a post trying to get her out. God dang, good dang. I thought that was a piece of trim or something. No, that was a post. Oh. Well, Dad's gonna be like, what? Like, yeah. She also ran over a post trying to get free from her little muddy prison. I think next we'll probably try to get the old Tempest going and so on and so forth. We got other vehicles down the line we want to get going, but I think this year is probably the year of the Cuda. I'll be cruising around in the old 65 Plymouth Barracuda Slant 6 225, or no, Super 225. Wow. I'm shocked. This tire and that tire ran it over. It's still got the new it's still very new tires because it's got the factory, I think, like a little stamp they put on a little spot. Wow. I'm shocked it's not making any. Huh. Wow. I don't believe that. Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm pretty sure she'll fire right up. I don't even have to probably hardly even turn the key. Yeah, she's gonna need a little oil in the sun on the doors. She's making that familiar squeaky noise that, well, I would say every Plymouth we've had always had that familiar noise they make, usually. Horn is amazing. It's amazing horn. Sounds amazing. I don't know. I would start it up, but why? This is part 2 of another video we just did. That video kind of unfortunately cut off, but we'll show that. So that'll be part 1 and part 2. So it'll be like a 2-part video. Pretty exciting, really. This is like another distributor that we had in it. Let's see. Here's some more other parts. This is another distributor. Yeah, we've had at least 3 distributors in here. Here's another one. Points and condenser. And that didn't work out too well. Actually, I got some more new plug wires. Different because we tried everything to figure out why it wasn't going to get spark. Then I also bought some brand new plugs too, it looks like. So I'm going to put those in there too. Because now that she wants to start up and run, it's insane. It's like the car wants to live again. Now the floor work here, this was done by the previous owner. I mean, he loved the car too, just like us, you know. But he, it looks like he did the old self-tappers and patched the floors in. And did some house caulk, you know. Yeah, it's not complete unless you don't do some house caulking. So that's what he did there. We didn't do this. The previous owner patched the floors up the best he could. Then later on eBay, because he had some kind of makeshift glove box hole kind of rigged in there, so we found the proper one and we put all of the parts we've got for it over the years. And different paperwork I've kept up on it. I have also in here. Also have it in the house. It goes on the intake, you know, carburetor. A gasket right there. I need to oil that up too. But yeah, this is probably the year of the Cuda, because I'm excited, man. We have her up and going again. Yeah, I always think I need a unique car. But yeah, the previous guy, he did all this floor work right here. Because you can't really find 65 Barracuda floors anymore for these. It's kind of sad. Our other Cuda, we have Mustang floors in it. Which they work, it shows ribbing and all that stuff like it's supposed to. You know, it looks right. Surprisingly. This one's he's patched this one. This one was never touched because you can still see it's still got a little bit of daylight poking through. Not bad, but it's still there. You know, you did a pretty good job. You know, because your foot's not going to go through. Yeah. And it's got the familiar spring back like belt, yeah, seat belts, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, I'm excited as anything, man. I'm telling you, we got this old Cuda up and going again. So yeah. Over the years, I've collected other different parts, and this is like other parts at different swap meets. When I first bought it, it didn't even have the headlight brows right here, or the headlight bezels, or you'd call it. It didn't have these, so I found these on eBay because these were missing. These were gone. And we bought it. It was a solid sheet of rust. Actually, it was this color, all rust, all the way around through it. This was an original, from what I think, a gold-looking color car, pretty much. It was missing some of the cones, so I found the rest of the stuff to complete these signature wheels, which these are hubcaps, which when I first bought it, I didn't think they were hubcaps. I thought they were the actual, real wheel, but that's how it was. But yeah, I found all that to make it look 100% complete. But yeah, it had bought it, and it had a big hole in the middle of the door. Dad fixed that and patched that up. Dad did body work to it, and it's all coming back through because it's been sitting for a little bit. But I don't know. I think I might just leave it like that because that's, that's Mother Nature. Most people are trying to get that rust look going on their own vehicles, and they're faking it. This one, she's all natural. And her grill's not perfect, but I kind of like it. I like the dents, the dings. I think it just adds a little bit of character, the way that grill is. Yeah. The front end's always had like a low sit, and then for some reason it's always sat up high and back. It's always had some kind of I like the stance of this Cuda. It's always had an interesting stance for what it is. But yeah. 65 Barracuda back on, well, the road just about. Just got a few things we got to patch and fix on her, and she'll be good to go. Also, it's interesting how it came with like a, when we bought it, it came with a whole entire trailer hitch like thing right here, which I thought was pretty sweet. That somebody else added on before us, which we like it. Yeah. I have the key in the house. I'll show the trunk. The trunk's pretty clean on this thing. I mean, the cool thing is that piece right there, that whole entire piece right there will fold down into the trunk, and it gives you even more space. That door usually opens. Huh. I gotta go through that. Well, she's been sitting for a while, and I've kind of forgotten a lot of different things. Some things are still the same, other things, a little different. That's amazing. That's amazing to me. She's running! She's running again! It's alive! It's alive! I mean, our goal today was to get her out of her spot or her hole. We did that and got her moving, and actually, I backed her in here. Brakes and everything working pretty well, actually. I'm pretty happy about that. Got this one going, then I think, yeah, actually I should probably just get the other 65 going, because we have two 1965 Plymouth Barracudas. That one's pretty much more original. This one, it was a drag car. It was also, I did the paperwork, and I checked back on the VIN and everything, and I found out, because we were hoping it would be like a Formula S, and a lot of Formula S's were V8s, the 273, like Commando, I think that's what it's called. But no, this was a 6-cylinder, but somebody took it and they made it into a drag car back in the mid 80s and 90s. So this thing dragged and did all kinds of pretty cool stuff. It had a 340, and then the guy got tired of it, sold it, and sold it to my dad, luckily, down the road. And yeah, my dad found a 318 from his old buddy Rondo for a decent price, and my dad transplanted the 318 in there, and he drove it around. Then later on, down the road, for my 13th birthday, this car right here was my 13th birthday present. Pretty cool present. I mean, come on. I didn't have my license or anything, and my dad gives me a car when I was 13. This is a 65 Plymouth Barracuda right here. Very special to me. What I love the most about it is how you can open it. There's like a hidden little latch right here that you pull. That opens like the first series. That unlocks it. Then there's a second latch that's actually hidden in here that you turn like this way, like to the right, and the hood goes all the way up, which is I've always found over the years to me to be the most coolest and unique thing around. And when you can definitely tell this thing was a drag car because they torched the inner fender wells, which are like it's called the aprons. They torched the aprons out, and so you could put these wild-looking headers where they go up. Pretty cool. But yeah, my dad put the 318 in there, got her up and going, drove her around for a while, gave it to me. A few more years later, when it was time, fixed it up for me a little bit. And now we got it sitting right here. Pretty unique car. I love it. I mean, how can you not love it, huh? It's got the snorkel hood scoop. That's the coolest thing I think around. Yeah. And we need to fire this old girl up sometime. Yeah, the exhaust on this thing was done by Morehouse Welding. And he did these wild pipes where they stick out back past the bumper. When this thing is fired up and running, it sounds pretty amazing. We actually have it running on one of the earlier videos of Beamer and Son Garage. If you guys tune in and take a look at that, you go back in our video archive, you'll see this thing actually running in one of the earlier videos. It's like a winter video. We fired up a whole row of these cars. Fired up the old Cuda, the old 68 Corvette, the 76 Cadillac, the Fox Body Mustang, the 64 880, and I don't think the Crown Vic was in the lineup right there, but that was another car. Pretty exciting. Yeah. She's always had a hinge problem. There we go. You just got to know how to give her the love tap. Yeah. But yeah, I think this will probably do it for the video of the 65 Plymouth Barracudas. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. They did body work on this one also a years ago back, but you know, over the years, if you can't, it's hard to keep a vehicle outside. Because if once you fix them up, then they return back to all faded out. It was beautiful, all satin black. It was pretty cool looking. And this one, I would say when we got it, was kind of like a non-runner either. And Dad brought this thing to life, and he did body work and paint, and the paint's kind of going back to its old, you know, rusty form, which is like that. I don't know, we might do some more body work this year, but time will tell. Either way, I'm still excited. But, yep. 1965 Plymouth Cuda is back up and going again. I mean, it's understandable. I definitely want this one going because, well, you know, it's slant six. It's a classic, and it would be a lot better than my Cadillacs on fuel. You know, it's not the full V8, it's slant six. And this thing used to always do pretty good on fuel, from what I remember when I did have it running. Before we had a spark, we ran into a spark issue, and that's why she's been down for off and on for a couple of years, or over the years. Actually, a lot of different years. But this one's the same kind of way too. If you tune into one of the other videos, you'll see this one up and going too. It's actually one of our first videos, other than the Omega. This is one of the first videos when we were testing out the YouTube channel, as we were just getting turned on to the YouTube. You know, this is like one of our first our other early videos. You'll notice because I turned the camera the other way, trying to figure it out. But yeah, 65 Cuda up and going again. Anyways, that's about it for Beamer and Son Garage. Please remember to like, tag, share, subscribe, oh, and ring that bell. On top of that, also check out Jamie Phillips' channel too, and Scott's Speed Shop, and Two Hacks Garage also. And I think that'll about do us for Beamer and Son Garage. Oh, and bye for now.